Hey everybody, it's Daniel here from InfoRest. Hope you're all doing well. So, Trump floats $2,000 tariff rebate checks. And here's everything what you need to know. So you might have heard on the news that we might hear a potential opportunity for the Republicans to push out this idea of $2,000 being basically sent out as a tariff dividend. Now, will it happen? Will it not happen? I mean, we have yet to really truly know the truth behind it. But what Trump said on Truth Social over the weekend was basically he suggested making direct payments to Americans to cover their healthcare cost, as well as sending out 2,000 checks as tariff dividends. Now, this is very similar to the whole stimulus checks that we saw during COVID time, because things were not that rosy at that time. Right? A lot of job losses at that time. So this tariff check, right? Tariff dividend check that, he's floating around, is this a signal that there is maybe pain to come in the future? Is this a signal that we might see, something break because of this? Or is it more of something of a political game that we will see more into next year as midterm elections come up? Let's see, right? There are two arguments. I mean, there's many arguments you can make. One is it could be all political. Two is that, yes, there is some evidence as you're seeing basically the job market do worse off, and you're hearing about the layoffs, which is basically putting more pressure on consumers out there, and also with basically the recent weekly ADP report that we got as well today, shedding 11,250 jobs for the week. Now, this is a prelim number that comes out that ADP just started on a weekly basis. This number can definitely change when we get to the monthly average. But basically showing that you are getting those, the job market continuing to show signs of weakness. Even though, the stock market continues to go up. But that goes to what I was saying in my previous videos, which you can check out, about this whole K-shaped economy. Now, economists say that those ideas are not likely to become a policy anytime soon. And so there's some disagreement there. And the article goes on, more into details about, how American families are under pressure, the costs. We heard about also Donald Trump talking about a 50-year mortgage. So kind of all these things showing up here at the end of the year with basically midterm elections coming next year, and also signs of weakness in jobs. Now, there's kind of a balance between the two, and this argument between the two, and especially when you look at year-to-date announcements, layoff announcements for S&P 500 companies, you do see those multiple cities, states, and companies laying off workers. Like, for example, let's go through the list, which I will bring up here. So here we go, right? Year to date, we're talking about the S&P 500 companies starting from February on to October. Salesforce, right? Cutting 1,000 roles. Disney, 6%. Intel cut more than 20% of the staffs. UPS, 20,000 jobs, right? UPS being, an important company and transportation and delivery, being kind of the blood and a good gauge of the economy, shedding basically a huge amount of jobs. Microsoft, same thing, 6,000. Ford, 350 jobs. Walmart, 1,500. General Mills, indicating layoffs. Disney, again, layoffs for hundreds in film and TV industry. P&G cut about 15% of office jobs, right? A lot of the corporate jobs with the AI that's been going on. Microsoft to cut 9,000. Intel to lay off over 500. Walmart eliminate hundreds of store support and training jobs, right? Kroger, 1,000 corporate workers. Ford again, 470 jobs at 2 South African plants. Salesforce CEO says acts about 4,000 support jobs. Again, because of this AI thing. Ford cutting 1,000. General Mills shutting 3 plants, right? Molson Coors also cutting jobs and restructuring as well. Target, 1,000 jobs here. Amazon, 14,000 roles. UPS, okay, whoa, big hit here, right? 48,000 for UPS. GM, 1,700 in Michigan, Ohio. EV challenges that are happening right now. Paramount, 2,000. CarMax, 350, right? And so this is just year to date, and for the S&P 500 companies, and you still got about 2 more months. But there you go, right? All the job layoffs, and like we've been talking about on this channel. So again, stimulus money coming again? Is it coming because is it political? Is it coming because there's an issue? We don't have government data because of the shutdown, but there are when they do plan to come back, we could finally start to see the data. So there are signs already real time when you look at news like the ones I just showed you, all these layoffs here. And there are signs also when you basically look at the housing market and other real-time indicators showing a slump in demand. And just when you see it out there in groceries and restaurants and etc. So, I guess time will tell, and we will see if we'll get the $2,000 tariff. We did hear that the Treasury, Scott Bessent said that they haven't discussed the tariff rebate with Trump. So is this something that he's just posting on Truth Social, or is this the same effect that we're gonna see like in COVID time, where they're just if there's something to break, they're just gonna print again and pump a lot of money, which will basically support the economy in that way, and definitely support the markets 100% if this were to happen. So it's not a crazy idea, honestly, even though economists think it is. But it's not a crazy idea for some stimulus money, whether it's 2,000, whether it's 100, whether it's 500, whether it's 1,000, doesn't matter. It's not a crazy idea to see some sort of rebate, because we've seen it before, right? And so yeah, that's all I have to say. Let me know what you guys think. Leave a comment below, subscribe, hit the like button, bell icon to be notified of the next video, and I'll see you guys around. Cheers, bye.